Hi everyone, it's Cookie Lou in Arizona. It is the 17th, Sunday, and it is 12 days since I've had my surgery in Monterrey, Mexico with Dr. Francisco Sauceda. I was scheduled to have an brachioplasty arm lift, which I had, and I was going to get a breast lift with implant exchange augmentation. I'm doing really well. It's been rough being home alone, I have to say. I do have a friend of mine who is a nurse, and she comes in every day and she kind of helps me after I've showered and dry up. She helps me put on my bandages and my faja. But I still have my drains in, as you can see. My arms look fabulous. And there's bandages under this faja all the way around. So uh, arms look great. I mean, all that hanging bat wings, totally gone. My left arm is pretty much done. The drain is had some clear fluids in it, and it's not outputting much of anything. The right arm, however, is still outputting anywhere from 25 cc's, which is good. If you have 25 or less, I think it's cc's. It's just 25 on the bottle. If you have 25 or less for 2 days in a row, you can take the drain out. So I thought I was on my way because day before yesterday I had like just a little under 25, and then yesterday I had 40. So you never know. But anyway, they're a pain in the ass. They get caught on everything. I thought I was going to rip this one totally out of my arm the other day because it got stuck on something. But anyway, you have to do what you have to do. I talked to Dr. Sauceda. I mean, the man is on his way to Russia to see the soccer games with his wife and children, and he still answers his emails. And I told him, that I was leaking a little bit, and he says it's natural, it's normal. You just have to be patient, Lucille, and take your time. Let your body take its time to heal. Now, I wanted to do a YouTube video on a video that I had made in the hospital, and I just couldn't get this stupid thing to upload. I don't know. When I was uploading pictures from the conference, it seemed to work, and when I wanted to do it with my Monterey trip, it just wasn't connecting. So I'm going to do what I did before when this happened. I'm going to hold the sucker up to the camera so that you can kind of see what happened in the hospital right after. This is right after I woke up from surgery. I did print or post some of this stuff on my Facebook page. If you want to view that, go to Lucille Albino, Albino, Serpe, Serpe. And the page will come up and you'll kind of see it. But I wanted to do this on YouTube as well. So bear with me. I'm going to hold this up and kind of walk you through what I wanted the computer to show. All right, this is me right after I woke up out of surgery, June 5th.
Hi everybody, it's Cookie Lou in Arizona, in Monterrey, Mexico. I had my surgery this morning. I had my arms done and I had some work on my breasts. I had a lift and I was supposed to get some augmentation with that lift, but there was some complications where the old implants that I had in there for the last 33 years, one of them had ruptured and had to be removed, and whatever little bit had leaked out needed to be cleaned out of my pocket. And I have to heal up a good 6 months before I can have any implants done, which I was more upset that it ruptured than anything else because I had it tested for ruptures and everything came out negative many times, and it was negative. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm feeling great. Surgery went wonderful. Dr. Sauceda was lovely. The nursing staff here is lovely. The hospital is a bit antiquated. It's it's Mexico and it's not fancy schmancy like in New York or Chicago or anywhere else that you might need a hospital. It's a clinic and it goes up about 5 or 6 floors. It's big and it's fine. It's fine. I'll show you. Just plain. This is my bed. It's my IV. This is the
I was still high on morphine, a little loopy.
It's a big room. Couch and big window, which I have to shade down because I'm trying to get some sleep. But anyway, this is the faja that they make you wear. And my bandage is kind of puckery here. And this is my arm, as you can see.
It really came out great. Very happy.
This is really, look how nice and straight that arm is. There's absolutely no hanging fat whatsoever. And the other one is the same way. And I'm going to get some meal, probably. Let me see, I went in around 9 o'clock, and I got out, I'd say about maybe 12:30, 1 o'clock. I woke up in recovery. It is now 10 to 5, and I'll probably have some dinner at 8, and I chose to get the soup because they have a delicious vegetable rice and chicken soup that I hear is wonderful, so I'll probably get some of that. And it went well. I mean, yeah, there was a little bit of disappointment. I do not have any implants. This is just the regular me, and got to live
And
with
a lot
that
of
for 6 months,
bandaging.
which
The
is
regular me
fine.
is smaller than that.
Most importantly, I'm alive and well, and I came out of it 100% healthy. I didn't stroke out. Everything was going well. And nurses are sweet. Even if some of them speak English. Most of them don't, but they understand a few words, and they'll understand what you need if you need something. And very eager to help. She told me, here's the button, call anytime you want, we'll answer right away. We'll see. I haven't run.
Right away.
I do have a catheter in still from surgery, and it will stay in until tomorrow morning. And that's the only thing that's a little uncomfortable, but I have no pain. My arms, I have the drains in. Everybody knows what the drains look like. Okay? Here's the drains. And it's just taking out any bodily fluid with a little bit of blood mixed in to make sure I don't get any seroma, which is like a blood clot. And I had a male nurse by the name of George that got me prepped and put the IV in, did a great job with the IV. There it is. And usually I have problems with that because my veins roll, flatten, whatever. Very sweet. Filled out the form, same old thing that you always do when you go into a hospital. And Dr. Sauceda picked me up at the hotel this morning at 7:30, brought me to the hospital, and got me started. He did explain to me that he was going to give me, because it's not the whole body that he's doing, he is not going to give me the block, which numbs you from head to toe, and twilight sleep. I had the twilight sleep, but I didn't have the block. I had local injections, so he just injected locally what he was going to work on, the breasts, the arms, and
I'm assuming
I felt
that's what
nothing,
it means.
and I didn't wake up. Usually with twilight sleep, you're awake, you're alert, you can talk, you're in and out. I don't remember doing any of that. I just remember sucking on that oxygen mask and then waking up and recovering about 4 hours later. That was it.
4.5.
He came in with the implants and he showed me, what it looked like, and it was felt bad that happened. Cleaned it up, He said it was difficult to get in there and clean all that stuff out, but
Carefully, to do it carefully. It took a half hour just for that.
Hope he got it all anyway. But we'll see. We're going to give me 6 months, and then if I want to have new implants put in, which I think I do, because I know that my problem that I had that caused me to do the implants 33 years ago is pretty much still there. I know the implants stretched out my breast tissue somewhat, but also my aging over the years has reduced my breast tissue, made it soft and saggy. When you're postmenopausal, you lose breast tissue. Breasts get small. So we'll see. I'm just glad that I'm alive and well. I thank all my wonderful friends out there in YouTube, my YouTube family. They gave me all this love and prayers, and I felt them. I felt the blessings. I felt the strength that they were sending me to get through this. I thank you all so much. You know, you mean the world to me. I have Kristin with me here. She has been wonderful. She's been translating a lot for me. She got me through customs lickety split, and we traveled from San Antonio together to Monterrey. And anyway, it's been a great experience so far, and I'll probably be in the hospital about 2 days, maybe 3. I think I kind of recuperate quickly, so I think I'll kind of call it quits. He said if I want to stay a 3rd day, I could. He's not in any rush to send me out of here. I'll probably leave in 2 days. It depends. I know Kristin is getting her markup tomorrow, and she's having her surgery on Thursday. So I might like to stay on Thursday just to be here for her after she has her surgery. And she's having the same thing done, breasts and arms. She's not having an augmentation, though. She's just having hers lifted. And mine were lifted. They just weren't augmented. Okay, that's about it. Don't have really much more to say. Thank you all so much for your love and support. And we'll continue with this day by day, hopefully. And that's about it. Okay, everyone. Bye-bye. Cookie Lou. Love you all. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, that was pretty much what I was hoping to do. I'm going to share a little bit more with you. After the surgery, the doctor gave me a shot of like a heparin type drug because I am on blood thinners. He wanted to make sure that I continue to have a thin blood level. He didn't want me to clot. That's when you have problems. Clots floating around in your body is a deadly thing. So I did have a little bit of bleeding, which he was fine seeing. You know, that's my faja all stopped up with blood, and I had on like, oh my God, what happened? He said, no, that's nothing to worry about it. I'd rather you do that than have clots. He gave me, and then after I think 1 or 2 days of getting these injections, I started on my tablets, my warfarin tablets, to keep my INR level, to try to get it up at the right place. Anyway, as far as the nurses go, they were great. You rang that bell, they answered like that. And if you know, they'll say something in Spanish, and if you don't reply, they come right in. You know. Anyway, food. This is all on the Facebook page, but I'll show you the food. We had the omelet. I had omelet. We had a chicken dinner. We had the same chicken dinner the next day that was breaded and fried with mashed potatoes and vegetables. We had pancakes for breakfast. I had that great chicken soup that I was telling you about. It's really tasty and warm and yummy. This is the implant situation that Dr. Sauceda had found. The one on the top that's all brown is the one that was ruptured. It was the larger of the two. The one that was in my deformed breast on the right side of my body. The one on the bottom is, as you can see, is starting to get some brown spots. So after 33 years, they were starting to break down, as I kind of expected they would. I didn't, however, realize that if they did have some kind of degeneration or rupture, that it would cause me not to have fresh implants put in this operation. Dr. Sauceda said that because he had to irrigate and sponge and clean out the area, he wanted my body to heal before he didn't want to irritate anything else inside my chest cavity with another implant. He says, let's clean this up, let your body heal, come back in 5 to 6 months if you still, because I want to go back to the tummy tuck. And he says, come back at that time and I'll do the breast implants then. I want you to be safe, and this is the safest thing for me as your doctor to do for you, and I appreciated that. 33 years ago, I had a wonderful doctor who really took a disfigurement in the 39-year-old woman that I was, and he made me whole and normal again. What I didn't realize, because he did it in 2 surgeries, and I didn't realize that the bag on the bottom, I knew I was getting the first surgery on both sides, is a double bagging. It's got silicone gel, and then a layer of bag, and then saline solution in another outer layer. So that if there's any creasing or cracking or rupture, the saline will leak into the body, not the silicone gel. What I didn't realize, that I found out after this crap came out of me, was that the top one was not a double bagged saline thing. You know, it was completely different, probably selected by my doctor at the time because it gave my breast the form and fullness that he wanted it to have. But he didn't mention that, hey, by the way, you know, the second surgery, I use a different implant on the right side of your chest. He never said that. I didn't get the report for the second surgery, which he probably had that information in there because he was very clear and accurate with every detail of what he does. But I didn't know. There was 2 different implants. And the one on top, Dr. Sauceda says, is a first edition silicone implant, which was known to rupture or was complained about through a class action suit towards Dow Chemical, who made these implants. It was one of the first, and the only implant I think that they were using for the first 15 to 20 years that they were doing breast augmentation. And he says that's the one that ruptured. Does not mean that the one that was on the bottom, that was a little bit more stronger, would not have ruptured. That could have easily ruptured too. But what he found, I'm going to put my arm down because it's tired. But that's what it looked like, in case you want to see. You know, I mean, it still looks like it's full, but it had a little crack in the middle of it. And what you get when you have an implant over time is you have what they call an encapsulation, which is scar tissue that will form around the foreign body that is placed in your body. So this was fortunate that I had this capsulation around the implant because Dr. Sauceda said that I saw the scar tissue and I was starting to cut to remove the scar tissue. And when I started to open it, that's when I saw the implant inside the scar tissue, the encapsulation. And I saw, whoosh, that this gel, this gooiness, this brown gooiness. And I knew right away, oh my God, this implant inside the encapsulated scar tissue is ruptured. And I had now, he says, it changes the ball game completely. It's a complication because he said that he had to open up the scar tissue and he had to, with iodine and lots of gauze for 30 minutes straight, just clean everything that he could see that was in that encapsulated scar tissue, coming out of the implant, flushing it out, 30 minutes to make sure it was clean before he even attempted to take it out of my body because he didn't want to spill anything in my chest cavity or in my pocket. He said he got it all. He said that everything was clean, but he did not want to put another implant in after he got this mess cleaned up because he said it's my responsibility as your surgeon to keep you as safe as possible and as healthy as possible. And he said me putting in another implant would just irritate that area, and I didn't want that to happen. I want to give your body time to heal, come back in 5 and 6 months when you do the body lift or tummy tuck, whatever I decide. And I could put the implants in then. Your chest will be healed. It will, you know, it would be safer, it would be healthier for you to do it this way. So I was grateful that that was out. I don't mind having my little boobies back. I haven't seen them for 33 years. But I'm healthy. I survived well. I didn't stroke out, thank God, because that was our biggest concern, was because of afibrillation and blood thinners and stopping the blood thinners and thickening up my blood. That's why he gave me the warfarin after surgery. He said, surgery went fine, you didn't bleed, everything was great, but I wanted to make sure that your blood got thin again as soon as possible because I don't want anything to happen. So that's the story of that. Like I said, it was a little disappointing. I wasn't, that surprised that there was damage as there was. I mean, after 33 years, I knew I needed to exchange them. I knew I needed to get them out of me. The only thing that really irritated me was that the doctor that, and I loved and adored Dr. Jerry Baines, who's retired now, a wonderful doctor, that he didn't tell me, by the way, Lucille, this, I mean, he didn't know that that was going to be a problematic implant because the class action suit came out years later, for, everybody was using them at the time, and for whatever reason, he put in that different type of implant. And he didn't mention it to me. But if I would have taken the time to request the second surgery report, I know that it would have been in there because everything that he puts in or does, every single split second of the operation is detailed in the surgery report. So anyway, I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'll just wait it out and go back. Matter of fact, I did get on the books for November 29th to go back and see Dr. Sauceda again. And I'm alive and well and healthy, and like I said, this is, the drains are still in. Hopefully I'll get this one out today, because it's not outputting very much. This one is still outputting anywhere from 25 to maybe 40 cc's, whatever the measurement is. And Dr. Sauceda says I just have to be patient, and he's not going to allow these drains to come out of me until they absolutely have to. So just be patient, Lucille. Some people have them in a few days. Some people have them in for weeks and weeks, depending upon, how much surgery they have. Kristin Bonilla, she came out great. I mean, she had her operation 2 days after me. Stayed in the hospital only one freaking day. I said, "You're out of your mind." She said, "No, you were coming home. I wanted to come home too, to the hotel." As I would have stayed in that hospital as long as I could, because they feed you, they give you your drugs on time, you don't have to remember anything, take anything, stay in as long as you can. She had her drains taken out of her arms, the day that we left to come home. And here I am 12 days out, and I still have these suckers in. But he said it could be that I'm taking the warfarin pills. It can put out more, and I'll tell you the truth, it could put out more liquid. I was so swollen when I woke up. My glands were killing me. I said, "Oh my God, my glands are killing me. It hurts so much." And my forearms and my hands were 3 times the size. And it still kind of hurts in here. And of course I wasn't cut here, but it feels black and blue because there's so much fluid that they give you with the IVs. You just kind of, I didn't look swollen, but whatever was on my breasts weren't swollen. They never swell up. A little bit maybe. But anyway, I'm babbling on and on about it. Like I said, you can go to Facebook and see more if you want. I also met Amber Losing Lou, who had her full body work done the day before me. She was there with her boyfriend Slate. We had, we didn't really see each other that much because she was really, kind of in pain because she was cut from her knees up to her, up to her. And then she had her chin done too, 2 days later. She was all wrapped up. She looked like a mummy. And so anyway, we did see each other a couple of times. We were there 8 days for this type of surgery. If you have anything more done like a body lift, it's usually 12. You stay as long as you want. Every day, Dr. Sauceda came in to see me. Every day. In the morning, his nurse Patty came and gave us showers and dried us down and bandaged our arms and checked the drains and put antiseptic ointment on the incisions and made sure everything was healthy and fine and healing properly. And I'll tell you, that was a luxury that was worth, I don't know, a pot of gold just to have. And she's so sweet and loving and endearing and caring and so warm. It wasn't just some cold nurse that kind of came in and slapped you together and left because she had 4 other patients to do. She was there a good hour and spent time with you and hugging you and kissing you and God bless you and you're doing good and thumbs up and giving you support and love. And you don't get that here. I'm sorry. You just don't get that here. And the aftercare was phenomenal. Like I said, the hospital was plainer than we're accustomed to. Wasn't state of the art. Odd things happen when you first walk. They walk you into the operating room. They don't wheel you in. They walk you in. They make you stand on a mat, like a big wee-wee pad, something that a doggy would pee-pee on. And they make you stand up completely naked. They tell you to put your arms out, and they have this Biodyne, that orange stuff that they wipe you down with big swab of gauze, which I thought would be cold, but she had it all heated up, and it was delightful. And she just sponged me down from my neck, front, back, arms, all the way down to my pubic area, front and back. 3 times, scrub, 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 scrub. And then she's, okay, don't touch nothing. Just lie back on the surgery table. Dr. Sauceda's wife, Dr. Sauceda, Gabby, is the anesthesiologist, and she says, hello, how are you? Take this little pill, make you feel relaxed. And with a little sip of water, and then she laid me down and put a mask on my face, and that was it. I didn't know nothing till I woke up 4.5 hours later. Well worth the time and money. I couldn't recommend it any more highly. I really couldn't. Everybody, does what they want to do, but I just can't afford the prices that the plastic surgeons charge here in America, as many of us cannot. And if you have a good doctor in another place, whether it be Mexico or wherever, that you can afford to see, that has worked on people that were very satisfied with their outcome, I suggest that you strongly consider it, because it's an option that weight loss surgery people really need to have. Because losing the weight is a struggle on its own, and living with the results and the remainder of the fat and skin that lingers on after you've lost 100+ pounds still makes you feel like a fat person, and it's still ugly and uncomfortable, and offers unhealthy things that can happen to your body, rashes, blisters, stuff like that. So it's necessary to have weight loss surgery, and if you have to go to Mexico or wherever to be able to afford it, it's a wonderful option to have. That's it. I know I must have rambled on a lot longer. I think I have a good, 27 minutes. But I wanted to do a video on this so that my YouTube people can kind of get an understanding of what happened. That's it. Thank you for your love and support and your kindness, and I'll talk to you again soon. Next time I'll come here bare-armed and show you the incisions. They're looking pretty darn good, I have to say. Okay. Love you all. Bye-bye.